order. It's June 17th, and it's 6 o'clock. And we have nothing to report on from closed session. And this meeting is being recorded for live streaming and archiving on the district YouTube channel. And Ms. Rice, would you like to lead us in the pledge?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And we come to item number 7, approval of the agenda. Thank you.
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nobody opposed. Thank you.
Thank you. And we come to our superintendent reports. Dr. Wright.
All right, good evening. I just want to wish everyone a happy summer. Hope you have an opportunity to take some time off and spend time with your loved ones, get your honey-do list done, and just really relax and prepare for next year. I want to wish Janice Adams much success as she comes in as our interim superintendent, and I know Benicia Unified is going to do some great things. I'm really looking forward to looking at the test scores and celebrating with you, because I know that everyone's worked very hard, and we're on an upward trajectory, and just looking forward to seeing the exciting things BUSD has to offer. Thanks.
Thank you. Does anybody have anything to report out?
I do. I wanted to say, this being our last meeting with Superintendent Wright, I just wanted to personally express my gratitude and respect for your work. I've always appreciated your willingness, in fact, your encouragement to confront the uncomfortableness and advocate for conversations. I think you summed up the excellence of your work through your high school commencement speech. X does mark the spot. And you continue to help BUSD be the spot and left BUSD in a better place, so thank you. Mm-hmm. And the other item I just wanted to share was that over the school year, I've had the pleasure of attending at least one meeting of each school's parent-teacher volunteer affiliation, with the exception of Robert Semple because of scheduling, and Liberty High because Trustee Hirsch sits on that with Rotary. But I wanted to extend my sincere appreciation to all the parents, teachers, principals, volunteers, students, and staff within the BHS PTSA, BMS PTO, Joe Henderson PTG, Mary Farmer PTG, Matthew Turner PTG, and Robert Semple PTG. These volunteer affiliations provide our students with experiences that go beyond the classroom and school site and give our students a perspective that they might never encounter without the support of these groups. So thank you to everyone who works so hard. The hard work people put into these groups does not go unnoticed. Those are my updates.
I would like to also, I said my congratulations, and we will miss you, Dr. Wright, and thank you for everything that you have done. I would also like to give a shout out to Georgina Martinez. So we have been working so hard, and when we get to 13A, you'll hear more about it, but you know, in our in what are the next steps? What steps do you take to find a superintendent? What are we going to do? And Georgina has always been so present with her guidance, her graciousness, and just being the lovely person that you are. But I have to tell you that we appreciate you so much. You do so much for us, and especially for me as I try and not flail along. And I just want to sincerely thank you, Georgina. Thanks so much. And I also want to thank the board. We've had, in the last couple of months, we've been working diligently, lots of meetings. So I want to thank the board and the two that aren't here as well, the whole board. I want to thank you guys as well for dividing and conquering when we're doing research. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we're now on to comments from members of the public. All functions of the board meeting, including public comments, will take place in person. Members of the public may address the board at a regular meeting on any item within the board's jurisdiction. Speaker cards are available on the entrance table. Please note the item you wish to speak to and submit a card to the board secretary. The board president will call all the open session general comments during the public comment item. Comments for items on the agenda will be called during the specific item. Comments are limited to no more than 3 minutes per speaker. The board may limit the total time to 20 minutes per item, with the timer displayed on the monitors. By law, no action may be taken on any item raised during the public comment periods, and matters may be referred to staff for placement on a future agenda of the governing board. Please be reminded to keep your comments respectful, as students may be watching the board meeting. Thank you. And now we come to item 11, approval of the consent calendar. Oh, we don't have, there are none. Okay, thank you. Background information on these items is provided to the board prior to the meeting. Common motion takes action without discussion on roll call votes unless discussion of items is requested by the board members. So do I have a motion to approve the consent calendar?
I move that we approve this consent calendar as written.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nobody opposed. Thank you.
I'd also like to acknowledge gifts to the district. The Heffernan Foundation to Benicia High School cheer in the amount of $250. The Benicia Firefighters Association designated to Benicia High School cheer in the amount of $575. And to Valero, designated to Benicia High School baseball in the amount of $1,000. Thank you so very much for your gifts to our district. We appreciate them, and we appreciate you for caring so much for our district.
And then I'm gonna go back because it should have been a roll call for that consent calendar, and I made a mistake. I apologize. So let's do a roll call for the consent calendar, and then we're gonna do a separate roll call for item F, which is a resolution. So President Grubbs,
Yes.
Trustee Seda,
Yes.
and Trustee Manasi.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, and then we come to item,
Oh, no, wait, I have my second roll call for item F,
I'm sorry, yes.
which is resolution.
I thought I was supposed
425.
to read it,
What?
but
And we have the same motions, but President Grubbs, Trustee Seda,
Yes.
and Trustee Manasi.
Yes.
Thank you.
thank you. Okay. Item 13, 13A, these are our action items. So, one of the most important things that we consider as a board members is selecting our next superintendent. The board has taken great care in evaluating the right partner to guide this search process. After a thorough review and comparison, we've considered 3 well-regarded firms. We considered Leadership Association, Hazard, Young, Attia and Associates, which is HYA, and the California School Board Association, CSBA, Executive Search Services. Each of these firms has a strong reputation in the field and offers different approaches and strengths. We carefully analyzed the scope of the services, track record, stakeholder engagements, strategies, and most importantly, timelines and costs associated with each proposal. The board really did feel that we needed to move as quickly as possible, and we have been doing that. Leadership Associates emerged as the most aligned with our priorities. Their timeline, if you've seen it, it's attached to the board agenda, It's aggressive but realistic. It's will allow us to maintain momentum while ensuring a thoughtful and inclusive process. Their cost structure is not only competitive, but it was much lower than the other search firms that we considered. And they're providing comprehensive services without exceeding our fiscal parameters. They worked with us 3 years ago and know our district and our community very well. Their deep experience with districts like ours, and they have a history of successful placement, and it gives us confidence in their ability to attract high-quality candidates. Is there anything that any of you would like to add?
I would just like to add, I think this search firm is great. I think that what they've proposed and outlined, it, like you said, is realistic. And I think that them knowing our community is so helpful in a lot of ways. My only addition that I just would like to say is that I would really just encourage, you know, us as board members to be part of the community staff input process. You know, perhaps that's maybe one of us sitting on some, you know, conversations, or two of us, however that may be. I think that the board or board members understanding what our community and what our staff is also providing feedback also just helps, builds that rapport, but also helps us with the knowledge of what people are looking for.
Well, one of the things that is important is that Leadership and Associates did community outreach just 3 years ago. So they're very attuned, and those documents belong to us, and so we have all that data. So that's kind of where that stands.
So in in phase one, they have community staff input process. Is that just referring to phase, like if we choose to do phase two, or if we request to do phase two?
Ask me a
Because,
question.
so I know that we had talked, and I know that we had talked with the firm about, like, them understanding what our community wants, maybe, or they've done community.
So part of the community outreach are surveys. And so we have all that data from just a short time ago. So they will not be doing another survey.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to make sure that. Sherry, do you have anything to add?
The only thing I would like to add is I feel very confident in Leadership and Associates. They did a great job for us last time, and they were thoughtful and detailed, and just they were really easy to work with. They were really easy for Georgina Martinez to work with, and they were easy when I was president to work with. So I feel very confident that our board is in good hands, and thank you.
So after discussion and reflection, I would like to recommend that we approve the contract with Leadership Associates to conduct our superintendent search. This decision supports our commitment to a transparent, efficient, and community-centered process, and ultimately finding the right leader for our district's future. Can I have is there a motion?
I move that we approve the superintendent search firm of Leadership Associates.
So am I taking yours as the first and yours as the second?
Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
what we're gonna do.
Okay, thank you.
She said she moved,
And I second.
and you're gonna second. Okay. And all those in favor?
Aye.
And nobody opposed, thank you.
Thank you. So next we come to Ms. Egan, you are up. You're up for a while, it looks like.
Good evening. The first item that I have for you tonight is consideration and approval for tech district-wide clock and speaker upgrades to Packet Fusion. So we've gone through a few roles, right, of tech and security upgrades. This next one replaces the clocks and bells and PA system. It provides security and safety in all of our classrooms. This scope includes 10-year support for the system. This project was planned in Measure C in funding. The pricing is government pre-negotiated allows us to get the work done faster. And the existing systems are past their livelihood. If approved tonight, then IT, thank you, will assist to have this implemented starting this summer with completion by the end of the year. So staff recommendation is to approve the contract to Packet Fusion for installation of clocks and speaker upgrades for the amount of $455,414.89. Sure.
I know the dollar amount of 455,000 plus. Is that for all our sites? That's for all of our sites. Okay. Okay, that was my question. Thanks.
A second? Or do I need to make a motion? Make a motion? I second the motion.
And this has a resolution with it, so it's going to be a roll call, and I'll go ahead and start with trustee Manassi,
Yes.
trustee Seda? Yes. And President Grubbs? Yes. Thank you.
I'm still here. So the next item that we have before you is consideration and approval, possible approval to award the architectural contract to Hipster Yamachi Architects to proceed with construction documents for the Robert Semple Elementary School campus modernization on a time and materials basis with a cost not to exceed $488,640. So we previously awarded HY, that's their acronym, a contract to do the schematic planning for the phase, and we've gone through that planning. And at the time that was awarded to them, we didn't have monies for the full build-out. And now, with the approval of Measure C, we would like to have them proceed with the construction documents through DSA that will allow us to take the project and go bid it and build it. So the project scope consists of replacement of 7 buildings, parking lot addition, playground upgrades, and overall campus modernization. We will watch as we get near bidding, and if we don't have enrollment that supports the number of buildings, we will not build that many. So our approach is to keep looking holistically, but keeping it in our head that when we get ready to bid, if we're pulling some of those back, we can wait on them. We don't have to build the full amount at once. So staff recommendation is to proceed, to allow HY to proceed on the Robert Semple Elementary School master plan with the T&M basis of $488,640.
Just to make sure I understand correctly, this is essentially the architectural firm providing all of sort of the documents, the guidance to the construction company to then do the work. Is that
Right.
Correct.
They draw the plans and the
Yep.
drawings, yep, they submit them to DSA, and then during construction, they answer questions. We have an inspector who oversees it, but the architect also has responsibilities that they have to sign off and close out with DSA.
Great, and that's part of the contract.
Yes. And we have worked with HY for really quite a long time, and we're grateful for their support. We've had really good support from them.
Great, thanks.
Okay, I'll move that we approve the award to the architectural contract to Hipster Yamachi Architects to proceed with the construction documents for the Robert Semple Elementary School campus modernization.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nobody opposed? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, Board President Grubbs and esteemed members of the board. Thank you for this opportunity to present today. I'm here to seek your review and approval of a series of course outlines developed for adult ed program. According to the California Adult Education Office, LEAs have to provide the board with their courses for approval and on record with the California Department of Education. And so we have a few for your consideration today. These are courses that we've done in the past as well, so nothing new. The first course we are submitting for your approval is the Apprenticeship Math Test Prep class. This course is delivered online via Google Meet. It's taught by a credentialed math teacher, and it's designed for students who are interested in applying for construction trades and unions, which typically require a math entrance exam as part of their application process. This course provides targeted instruction to help students build their math skills, and along with test-taking strategies and practice exams to increase their chances of passing the test. So that is our first course for your approval.
All right, I make a motion to approve the course outline apprenticeship math.
I know it's a mouthful.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nobody opposed? Thank you.
Okay. Second course is English as a Second Language, also known as ESL. This course is offered online and meets twice a week with a certified instructor. It's also supplemented by an online curriculum that students can access independently on their own. And at the beginning of the course, students are assessed with, to determine their current level of English proficiency, and based on their assessment results, they receive structured support from their teacher to improve their understanding and communication and overall fluency in the English language. So that is our second course for your approval.
Is there any discussion or questions?
All right, I make a motion to approve ESL course outline.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Nobody opposed?
And we come to item F.
So there's a little tag team here with a overlap of programming. So the third course for your consideration is our GED preparation course. This program is designed for students aiming to earn their GED diploma. Instruction is delivered through an online platform covering the 4 core subjects: math, science, reasoning through language arts, and social studies. Students receive weekly support from a teacher who monitors their progress, offers supplemental activities or resources, and provides one-on-one guidance as needed. This is our third course for your consideration.
I have one question, and I probably should have asked it a little bit before, but they're all the same. Do we provide a laptop for these students to use to get online to do all of this?
Laptops are provided when needed. The adult ed program does have their own bank of
Okay.
Chromebooks that they can check out.
That's it. Okay, thank you.
See, I was paying attention. Yes, here.
I'll make a motion that we approve the GED course outline.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And no one's opposed. Thank you.
And item G.
Okay, we have one last course for your consideration. It is the high school diploma course. Like the GED course, it's delivered through an online platform and supported by a credentialed teacher. Students in this program are working to complete the remaining credits required for a high school diploma. The teacher assists with test preparation, essay feedback, and regular check-ins to review student progress and ensure they remain on track.
I move that we approve the high school diploma course outline.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.
Alrighty.
Well, thank you.
Our adult ed graduation is tomorrow, right here in the boardroom. Just one last little plug.
Oh,
So if anybody
nice.
would like to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we come to item H, and Stephanie Rice. Welcome up.
Good evening, Board, Cabinet, and Benicia community. My name is Stephanie Rice. I'm Director of Education Services, and I do have 7 curriculums that I will be presenting each individually. to you tonight. These are not new curriculum. These are updates. So I'm going to start with presenting our AP coursework, and things have been updated through College Board, so I wanted to bring it back to your attention, as well as the curriculum that our teachers have curated. They've written some curriculum and curated others, and they've updated throughout the years, so we just wanted to bring it back forward to the board. So the first curriculum that I have for your consideration and hopeful approval is for our AP Biology course. It is from College Board, and it's called AP Biology Course and Exam. What you'll see in the outlines is I did link for you all the curriculums, as well as an overview, but the AP curriculum is from College Board. The kids access it through their College Board accounts, so it is digital, can be printed as well. And it really prepares the students not only for learning the science standards, but also in how to take the exam, as the majority of our students signing up for our AP courses go on and take the exam so that they have the opportunity to earn college credit. Do you have any questions for me in regard to the AP Biology?
Were there any significant changes?
Nothing significant. They'll update it over time depending on how they present the exam. So there was no big significant changes that the teachers brought forward.
And there's not an additional charge when they update it?
No, actually, nothing that I'm presenting tonight will have additional charges for our district.
Thank you.
Is there a motion?
Go ahead, I don't have my agenda up.
No, let's not fight about it.
Give me a minute.
It's H.
Thank you. I make a motion to approve the adoption of curriculum for high school AP Biology.
I will second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No one opposed, thank you.
Thank you. All right, my next curriculum is for our AP Chemistry. Again, it as consistent across our science department, they're utilizing the College Board recommended curriculum, AP Chemistry course and exam. Again, it covers all of these standards under the umbrella of chemistry, but also that rigor of how to take the exam and to prepare them for the knowledge on the exam. And I have the outline there for you.
I've looked at it.
I have a
figured you
question
did.
about sort of our chemistry labs space in high school. Does that, are we up to date in terms of being able to sort of teach to the new requirements or to these additional?
So we do use
specs?
some online digital in addition to this. We use some online additional virtual labs, as well as the hands-on labs. So yes, our science department regularly, yearly, looks at what is needed. This is just not the science supplies per se, but as far as having things up to date and whatnot,
Yeah.
I haven't heard otherwise. And they're always doing hands-on things when I'm present, so.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. I make a motion, unless anybody else has a question, okay, to approve the adoption of the curriculum for high school AP Chemistry.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed, thank you.
My next curriculum for your consideration and hopeful approval is for high school AP Environmental Science. And again, because it's an AP course, they're using the College Board AP Environmental Science course and exam.
I'll make a, any questions? No. I'll make a motion to approve the adoption of the curriculum for high school AP Environmental Science.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed, thank you.
This is my last AP course to bring forward, curriculum for approval. It is for AP Physics 1, And again, it's from College Board, AP Physics 1 course and exam. Again, this prepares them not only for the standards, but also to be able to pass the AP exam and get the college credit for a semester course. Any
I just want
questions?
to say that this is really great. I mean, what a phenomenal opportunity to give our students. It's pretty amazing.
And I'm impressed with the level that our students are, because I did open some of these up, and I was like, I got like nervous just looking at them. I'm really proud of them and for the staff, the teachers that teach it.
Very impressive. The science department works really tightly together. I will have one more course to bring forward to you in August because one of our lead teachers was out on paternity leave, and he really still wanted to work through some of the things for you. So they just really have a lot of respect in their work and what they put forth. And yes, our kids are very lucky.
They are. I will go ahead and make a motion for, to approve the adoption of curriculum for high school AP Physics 1.
My second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Thank you. So switching gears a little bit, the next curriculum is for our high school NGSS biology. And again, this is not new curriculum. So we brought forth to the board, I believe in 2017, after the NGSS standards were approved. We took our science teachers to several trainings. We partnered with Alameda County, who were kind of on the forefront, worked with Don O'Connor, who worked with creating the NGSS standards. And after going through different curriculums, our teachers didn't feel like anything was really up to par. So we brought forth the curriculum that they curated, which were some lessons that they wrote themselves. A lot of it was things that they got out there, right, from the science community. But the key is for the NGSS standards is making sure we have cross-cutting concepts, so it's connecting it to math, ELA, science, disciplinary core ideas, so it's how they're applying it, and then also the science and engineering practices. And we have that, the board approved the NGSS integrated model, and that is where the earth science through line goes through all of our science curriculum to show the connections. And why I'm bringing this forward is they've updated their curriculum, and we reflected on what they did, and we just wanted to bring it together with a scope and sequence, a very kind of easy way for if we have new staff come in to be able to follow. So we wanted to bring it forth to you as well as our community to show the work that our students will be doing. So again, this is for NGSS biology. Any questions?
Just, you know, I think it's great that the teachers and staff sort of like took it upon themselves to sort of reevaluate and write this out. I think that that's commendable, so thank you for doing that.
I'll move that we approve the adoption of curriculum for high school NGSS biology.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next curriculum follows the same thing I just shared. This one, though, is for our integrated 9 science, usually offered to our 9th grade students. Again, this was curriculum curated by our teachers, and we just wanted to bring forth the updated version to you. Any questions?
Is it called Integrated 9 just because it's 9th grade?
Integrated 9, it was NGSS physics. We brought that back a year, I think last year, for your approval to change the name and update the course because people were getting confused. It was NGSS Physics of the Universe, and people thought they were getting credit as like a physics course at the college level. So there was just too much confusion. So we went back and retitled it and tweaked it a little bit. Yeah.
Well, I make a motion to approve the adoption of curriculum for high school integrated 9 science.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.
Thank you. And my last curriculum tonight is for our high school physiology course. Again, our high school teachers curated and wrote some of their curriculum. This is an elective science course that students can choose to take. And they have some really interesting updates and hands-on labs. If you got to check those out, do you have any questions?
Again, I'm glad I'm not in high school right now.
Pretty amazing.
I would like to move that we approve the adoption of curriculum for high school physiology.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, before you leave, Stephanie, I just have one question. I'm wondering when the elementary schools will have updated science curriculum.
So we brought forth to you, I believe it was last year, for the approval of mystery science.
Mystery science,
Mhm.
yes.
And the teachers have asked that we keep that for this time being. One, because it provides hands-on for all students. Two, because a large focus for elementary is our reading and our math curriculum, so then they can get to the science and social studies. We acknowledge that it's all very important, but the majority of the day really highlights the ELA and the math. But I will say, we are monitoring. We did pilot this year the NWEA for science. We do it for ELA and math, as well as our CAST scores are embargoed right now, but we're looking at those. And then we did send a high school science teacher and a middle school science teacher to a regional training with our county, and they were doing some work on, again, looking at the science program across the district, NGSS. Dr. Beatson and I were just up at the high school, and we ran into the high school science teacher that was really excited, and she was like, Ms. Rice, you're going to be doing work with us because we're going to not only have high school and middle school, but we're going to bring in some elementary reps and start the work. So
Nice.
that work is coming. But
Happy to hear it.
yeah, I know you are. And I love that.
Right, it is.
Thank you.
Thank you. So then we come to item O, and Dr. Wright.
Okay, before you, you will find CSBA's recommended policy changes for March 2025. The committee had an opportunity to meet at the end of May. We brought them forward for first review at the June 12th governing board meeting, and we're bringing them forward today. These policy changes are minor edits recommended by CSBA, and they also reflect changes in state law.
I would just like to ask and talk through it with you in regards to policy 5131.6, alcohol and other drugs, and policy 5131.8, mobile communication devices. I think it would be really great for us to talk through those policies and maybe do a board study session and implementation for those. I know those, particularly around the mobile communication devices. I know there's a lot of conversations about that. I think it would be good for us to talk through those.
I think that's an excellent suggestion. I mean, we can take that back and schedule some time where we can do a study session and have some more discussion around it. I know that there are some school districts, around the Bay Area that are really delving deep into these policies and making some significant changes, and it'd be a great conversation for this community as well.
Great, thank you.
So now we come to,
We didn't do it yet,
oh,
though.
sorry.
It's okay. I move that we approve the California School Board Association board policy updates for March 2025.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No one opposed, thank you.
So now it's Dr. Beatson. The local control and accountability plan. the LCAP.
Yes, it is with, good evening, Board. It is with great pleasure that I bring forth to you our 2025-26 Local Control Accountability Plan. At our last meeting, I walked through all of the different components. I've attached the entire LCAP for you, and so as part of the process, as we had a public hearing last week, tonight I bring it to you for your approval, and then I send it off to the County Office of Education, who has to approve it. They'll do that sometime mid-July, and then it'll go off to the state for final approval. Are there any questions?
No questions. Unfortunately, I wasn't here last week, but I did look through or listen and watch the video. So great job, and you're doing it's really great. I did just want to suggest, in case you're thinking about parent workshops or some workshops to implement for the next school year, perhaps talking maybe in August or before right when the school year starts about LineWise and the LineWise contract that we did. So talking about the safeguards that BUSD is doing and what parents can partner with us and with the schools and with teachers on, and ensuring that, we're utilizing the program as best as we can. And then the other suggestion I had that might be advantageous for us to consider for parents is also volunteering for BUSD, just in regards to, the how-tos and how we do it, and, what the district does, what the school sites do, and how we can just encourage our community to volunteer.
Thank you.
Yeah. I also want to say one more thing, I'm sorry, because I wasn't here last week. I thought it was really great. I wanted to compliment sort of the increases in all the areas we were supposed to increase in, and all the areas that we were decreased, and all the areas we decreased in. So, great work.
It was a good job. That's all I want to say. And parents were involved in this process. So, yeah. Okay. Is there a motion? I'll move that we adopt the 2025-2026 Local Control and Accountability Plan.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we come to item Q, and the budget.
So similar to the LCAP, the public hearing for the budget was last Thursday, June 12th. We didn't receive any public input to the budget that needed to be incorporated, neither did the LCAP. You did your first part, which was approving the LCAP, which then allows you for consideration to approve the budget that we need to have in place by June 30th.
I'll just say again, I wasn't here, but I did watch your presentation. Great job. I always appreciate you being very thorough and very precise about the numbers. It's really helpful, because the numbers don't lie at the end of the day. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I'd also like to say, again, that I just appreciate your transparency and your willingness to answer questions and to clarify. You're really good at that.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
I'll move that we approve the 25-26 budget.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.
Good evening, President Grubbs, Board Trustees, Superintendent Wright, and the Benicia Unified Community. This MOU is returning for a revote since we have since received clarification regarding the proper protocol for this item.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.
Consideration and approval of the memorandum of understanding with California State University East Bay.
Yes, good evening again. Actually, the next three items up for board consideration and approval are in reference to partnerships that we've formed with these three universities, particularly around either supporting school psychologists who are in training, or school counselors, or teachers who are in training. So each of these, one with Cal State East Bay, one with National University, and one with California Baptist University. So that's what each of these are for.
Yeah, there's separate items, but she only has to explain them once now.
So I'll move that we approve the memorandum of understanding with California State University East Bay.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed.
I'll move that we approve the memorandum of understanding with National University.
I'll second.
One second, my computer didn't keep up with us. Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
And no one opposed.
I'll move, you, so I'll move that we approve the MOU with the California Baptist University.
I'll second.
Who seconded? Jenica? Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
No one opposed. Thank you.